What's going on, guys? Jacob Ober here, coming to you with my preview of the NL wildcard game tomorrow between the Brewers and the Nationals. This game, it was a game that this was probably the situation that I wanted to be in the least as a Brewers fan, because the Nationals, especially with their pitching plan for this game, they said that Scherzer was going to start and that Strasburg and Corbin would be available out of the bullpen. It's just that pitching lineup is very scary to me, and I'm not saying that the Brewers can't score runs. I mean, Max Scherzer has a 5.16 ERA in his last 8 starts, so he's no guarantee to be the Max Scherzer that strikes out 15 guys and goes 8 innings or whatever. But it's also always a possibility, bringing your two other best starters out of the bullpen like that, for a Nationals bullpen that really hasn't been that good this year. It's a little bit scary, but that certainly doesn't mean I don't think the Brewers can win this game. They have shown that they can score runs on anybody, and they have had times where they have faced struggling pitchers and gotten shut down. They have also had times where they have faced electric pitchers and scored 5 or 6 runs off of them. So it's really a toss-up with this Brewers offense. I mean, some days they'll look amazing, sometimes they'll just be completely shut down. So my estimation is that the Brewers are either going to get completely shut down, like they're going to score 0 runs and get 2 or 3 hits the entire game, or they're going to have 4 or 5 runs, maybe even 6, 4 to 6 runs, we'll say. I don't anticipate any middle ground, but I will say that I think the Brewers are going to win if their pitching can hold the Nats under 3 runs. I like the Brewers' odds of getting to at least 4 runs. Like I said, there's a possibility that they just completely get shut down, but I don't really think there's much middle ground in between that. I feel like it's going to be either complete shutdown or they're going to score enough to win. And that leads me to the Brewers pitching. The Brewers pitching, disregard the Colorado series. Just disregard it. Throw it out the window. I mean, it's Colorado. The Brewers pitchers did not fare well in Colorado because it's Colorado. I mean, the altitude is insanely high. I mean, balls are flying out. I mean, the home run that tied the game from Hilliard off of Hader in the game that the Brewers could have won to tie the division. They would have already played today if they had won that game. But that pitch was a perfect pitch. The dude hit I legit thought it was a pop-up at first, and the juiced ball combined with the altitude, any ball that gets in the outfield in that stadium has a 50-50 chance of leaving the ballpark. It's just what it is. I mean, it's Colorado. So just disregard that series. This month of September, the Brewers bullpen has been amazing. It's been amazing. And, even though there's some weaknesses outside of, the top 4 or so guys in the bullpen, I still think, it's pretty good. And in this game, you're probably not going to be using guys down the line to the point where you have to use maybe Jay Jackson or Freddie Peralta or something. I don't think either of those guys are going to make an appearance in this game. For sure, I think they should make the postseason roster after this game, but I certainly don't think they're going to be making an appearance in this one. So I anticipate after Woodruff, I'm not sure where the Brewers are going to go. I don't know how long they're going to keep Woodruff in there. If I were to make an educated guess, I would say 4, because 4 has kind of been the mark that Council has taken his pitchers out this month. 4 or 5. I'm going to lean more towards 4 because Woodruff is obviously still coming off of that injury. He's only made 2 starts since then, and they've been shorter starts. But I'll say 4 for Woodruff. If he's going really good, I say maybe keep him in for an extra inning or 2. Maybe if you want to do it, go to 5 or 6. And he hasn't been tested yet with length, so he has to monitor that. Council has to monitor that and see, how Woodruff is holding up, second, maybe even third time through the order. But if he's going good, I would not be opposed to seeing him go 6 innings. But I'm going to anticipate that we're not going to see that 6 innings from Woodruff. And this is where the interesting part is, because we know what the final 2 relievers the Brewers are going to use are. It's going to be Pomeranz, and it's going to be Hader. So I think if Woodruff goes 4, I'm going to bet that the Brewers go with Suter for 5 and 6. Suter's been a really, really good middle reliever, occasional late reliever for the Brewers. I mean, he won NL Reliever of the Month for the month of September for the entire MLB, or the entire National League, I should say. So he's been really, really good for the Brewers. He has a sub 0.5 ERA, so that just tells you how like electric he's been out of the bullpen, and the pace that he works at is really like I think what's allows him to have so much success. I mean, guys are just off balance. They don't know what's coming. He just mixes it up so much, and it's like he just has everybody guessing. So that's what makes him so effective. And remember, he hasn't pitched against the Nationals this year so far, so they don't know what they're about to see with him. But after Suter, I anticipate he'll go 5-6. Whoever comes in for Woodruff, I anticipate will get 2 innings, and then for the 7th, I would say it's going to be Pomeranz. Obviously, I mean Pomeranz, he could get the 8th if they want to pitch another guy in between Woodruff and Suter. Maybe they bring in Lyles for an inning, but I would anticipate it's going to be after Suter for 5 and 6, it'll be Pomeranz for 7, and then I bet you that they turn the ball over to Hader for the last 2 innings. And people might not like that because of Hader and his home run problems, but really, I mean, the home run hit in Colorado, like I said, it was a freaking pop-up. And it somehow traveled out of the ballpark. And it was a perfect pitch, by the way. It was letter high, fastball. I mean, a rookie hitter, there's no way that you can tell me that anyone would have guessed he would have hit that pitch. I mean, even making contact on it is amazing in and of itself, let alone being able to hit it out for a home run. And like I said, he had the help of having a juice ball and having the altitude in Colorado to hit that ball out of there. But, I mean, I trust Hader for 2 innings. Hader did 2 innings so many times last year for us, and this is a win-or-go-home game. And unless the Brewers are completely blowing them out, I anticipate Hader will get 2 innings in this one. And, I mean, you got to. I mean, you can't think ahead until you win the game. I mean, you might want to say, well, you can't use Hader for 2 innings. You want to save him for the NLDS. It's like, well, if you don't use him, then you might not be saving him for anything. You have to use him at this point in time. So, if I would say 5 runs or more, they might not use him. They'll have him warming up, but they might bring in like Jay Jackson or Freddie Peralta. But I really don't anticipate us to be up by 5 or 6 runs, if up at all at that point. The Brewers, though, if they're down, I still anticipate them to use the same exact thing because, you have to throw your best hand out there and hope your offense does something. But overall, the Nationals' offense is really, really good. They've been on a tear recently. They have so many huge names. They've got Juan Soto. They've got Anthony Rendon. They've got Trey Turner. They've got Ryan Zimmerman. I mean, there's just too many guys on this freaking roster, And they're not. I mean, Rendon is kind of a big star, but other than that, I mean, it's guys that maybe not like super big, but guys who are like really good offensively. It's just there's a lot of places that they can beat you in. I mean, they can beat you at the top, the middle, the bottom. I mean, it doesn't matter. So the Brewers pitchers are going to have to bring their A game. Everyone's going to have to step up, and hopefully the offense can do enough against Scherzer, Strasburg, and Corbin to get the Brewers to a victory. But if I were making a prediction here, with everything that's transpired for the Brewers in the past month, and I know that the Nationals have been winning a lot lately, too, but I feel like the Nationals are due for a loss. I really do. What are they, on a 7-game win streak? And the Brewers, they just lost 3 in a row in Colorado, and I bet you that they're pretty steaming mad about that. So I think the Brewers are the team that's going to come in, and people aren't going to realize just how much of an edge that this team has. I mean, they're obviously very, very upset after losing 3 in a row and kicking a chance at winning the division. I mean, they would have won it outright had they won even 2 of the games against Colorado. But I'm going to go with the Brewers in this one. And my final score prediction, I'm going to go 3-2 Milwaukee. I'm going to go 3-2 Milwaukee. I think that the offense gets out to an early lead, that Pomeranz or Hader gives up 1 run, and maybe Woodruff gives up another run. But for the most part, the Nationals' offense is pretty much held in check, and the Brewers advance to Los Angeles to get a rematch with the Los Angeles Dodgers. thanks for watching, everybody. That's my predictions. That's my preview of the National League wildcard game from a Brewers perspective, obviously. But thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Who do you think is going to win this game, and what do you think the final score is going to be? Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, @sports41512, and on Instagram, username Jacob_Ober. And I'll see you guys next time. Go Brewers.